Hello guys, happy Sunday. Welcome to another episode ya Games za Leo. So we did post Games za jana za Saturday, so today we'll also be analyzing Games za Leo zitakuwa zinachezwa leo the 5th of February on Sunday. But with me to analyze the games pia what we have for you Mr. Ryan, salamu za Sunday na chenye umesikia church leo.
Ni ajeni wadau, blessed Sunday to all of you. It's another episode of the best of bets. Manze jana bets zimeita pia. So but we'll have that recap coming week zikiwa pamoja za leo za tumewa prepare here. So pia leo kuna do. That's all I'm telling my guys out there. Like just sit back, relax, jibambe manze tukisaka hii pesa.
Well, just like you said, and of course, without forgetting, I'm your host, Wanjiko Willy. Please also remember, kama kawaida vile tumekuwa preach the gospel, vile preach hello church. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. Tell your friends to tell their friends that Best of Bets is the best place to be, the best place to listen and help you make your bets. We are across all social media platforms, that is YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, zote. And please also remember to engage with us. Ukituma maswali, we will answer. We'll as best as we can. So on today's games za leo, the very first game that we have is Tottenham versus Man City.
Yeah, Tottenham Man City is a very tough game. Looking at Man City, they are at position 2. They are trying to cut the gap between them and Arsenal. So it's a tough game looking at both teams. Remember, Tottenham currently do not have their coach who underwent surgery, so he'll be out of the game. But Tottenham still are promising. When you look at the head-to-head versus Man City across all the few years back, or currently if you look at their form against Man City at home, it's a very good one. So both teams have been doing well. Tottenham have won 4 of their last 6 games, losing 2. Whereas Man City has also lost 2 of their last 6 games, one of them being a Carabao game against Southampton. So looking at that game, we are predicting a 1x and also under 3.5. We don't see so many goals, although we have the Haaland and Kane, but the maximum goals of that game will be 3. Yeah, so that is what I think. Yeah.
And also another point to note is that Man City has lost 4 games in a row against Tottenham, which is it away?
Yeah, without
scoring a goal.
By the way, that's another key factor to us taking the 1x bet is because considering the form of Man City against Tottenham when they are away. So as Ashiko has said, Man City have not won against Tottenham in the last 4 away games. So and they have gone actually 3 of them without scoring. So that's a very key important factor to consider in placing that bet. So it is a 1x and also an under 3.5.
Yes, game yetu ya pili ni Brest versus Lens.
Brest versus Lens. This is a Ligue 1 affair. Remember the league is so tight. Teams are trying to catch up with PSG and the likes. So Lens, you look at Lens, they are position 3 with 45 points, and you look at their form. Their form has not been that good. Haijakuwa poa sana, but pia si mbaya because in the last 6 they have won 3, they have drawn 2 and lost 1. Brest on the other hand, they have lost 2 games, they have drawn 2 games, they have drawn 3 games and just won 1 game. So they are not also doing that well. And you see, a win for Lens will take them position 2. They will take them higher at the table as compared to the likes of Marseille and Nice and the rest. So our prediction is that 2 win, that is Lens will win, and also AGG is a good bet also.
Yes, and Lens has also lost 3 games out of the 52 league games. They've scored fast.
Yeah, that's a very crucial point to note. That tells you that when Lens score, they score the first goal, it will be so hard for the opponent to come back, or probably for them to lose that game. So out of 52 games are so many. So if they have just lost 3 out of the 52 games, they have scored fast. It's another key point to note. So Lens are doing currently so well. So it is a Lens win and also a GG.
Okay, good. Our third game near Marseille versus Nice.
So Marseille versus Nice, it's another tough game. So it's tough to the point that you see Nice has won their last 2 games against big teams because they beat Lille. They also won a game in the midweek. Marseille on the other hand are also doing good because they have won 5 of their last 6 games. You look at Marseille, they are 11 games undefeated in Ligue 1, actually in all competition. 9 of them in the league. So out of the last 9 games in the league, they have not lost. So it's a very, very, very good good run for them. And for us, it's a prediction that Marseille will win. Marseille, with the home advantage, with the form they are in, it's a Marseille win. Though it will be very tight. If you fear to risk on Marseille, just 1x will do also. And also, I don't see so many goals in that game. So it's like under 3.5 will also do.
Okay, and another interesting fact is that no team has beaten another in the league like Marseille, 58 over Nice.
Yeah, that also stamps the authority of Marseille over Nice. Like, there's no other fixture, like someone has been losing so much, like Nice losing to Marseille. So 58 times Marseille has been beaten or has been winning against Nice. So that tells you that it's still a point to consider that the prediction of Marseille winning is attainable. It can happen. Yeah.
Good. And to our fourth game, we have Wolfsburg versus Bayern.
So Bayern, 37 points. They're currently doing well. They're not doing well because these are the least points they have had at that stage in the Bundesliga for the last probably 10 seasons. They have been champions. So the last time that was in 2011, 2012, whereby actually they surrendered the league to Dortmund. So it tells you they have a long way to go. They have not been the Bayern that we know. Remember, in the last 6 games, they have drawn 4 of them, winning just 2. Wolfsburg, on the other hand, they have been formed since coming back from the World Cup. Though the last 2 games they have lost. Before that, they had won 3 games in a row. So it's also a good run for them. So when you look at Wolfsburg, Nagelsmann, the Bayern Munich coach, has gone 6 times without beating Wolfsburg. So the head-to-head of him versus Wolfsburg is very, very, very tough. It's very low. He has lost 1 and drawn 5 games against Wolfsburg as a manager. So it tells you something very crucial about the game. So our prediction is that an X2 probably Bayern will draw, and also a GG. It's a good bet.
Yes. And also, to add on that, I think it's important for our viewers to know that Wolfsburg have won 4 and drawn 1 in the last 5 games.
Yeah, at home.
Yeah.
So at home also, that's the reason as to why we are saying a next 2 is a better bet, because predicting Bayern win, it might not be a Bayern win, straightforward win, because Wolfsburg are also good at home. The way you have said, they have won 4 of their last 5 games, home games. So it's a good run for them at home, and with the home advantage and all that, I think this game will end up to X2, that is Bayern win or a draw. But also both teams to score is a good bet. So GG for both teams to score is also good for our viewers.
Yes. And on to our 5th game, we have the Fiorentina game.
Oh, Fiore versus Bologna. So this is a Serie A clash, a very tight one. Fiore are currently with the 24 points. Bologna are 26 points. So it's a very crucial game. Remember, Fiorentina are not doing so good because Fiorentina have just won 2 of their last 6 games. Bologna on the other side have been doing so well because they have won also 3 out of their last 5 games. Looking at their last game, they won also. So you look at this game and you see like a draw has been very predictable in this fixture. These teams have been drawing so much. Probably the best bet for our viewers will be GG for both teams to score, and also 1x probably Fiorentina will win or draw. But even if a Fiorentina win, it's a narrow draw, a narrow win. So probably a margin of 1 goal. So 1x and GG also. And
I can also see that the reason as to why I think this is important for our viewers to know, is that the reason as to why we came to this conclusion is that both teams have they've been a draw at either halftime or full time in their last 12 consecutive head-to-head.
Yeah, so that tells you that in the last games in a row, 12 games in a row, they have been a draw either at halftime or at full time. So there must be a draw somewhere. So it's an 1x. You can also bet on first half draw. So both teams can be drawn at first time based on the statistics that we are giving you. So in the last 12 consecutive games, there have been a draw, either at halftime or at full time between these 2 sides.
Yes, thank you. And on to our 6th game, we have the Milan derby.
Hey.
Inter Milan versus AC Milan. And I can see AC Milan have to win so that it can take them above Inter Milan, who are currently number 2 and AC Milan are number 3.
Yeah. So you look at them and you see Inter Milan are on 40 points, AC Milan are on 38. So if AC Milan wins, as you have said, they go to 41, so they'll overtake their derby rivals, that is Inter Milan. So this one will be a tough game at the San Siro. Remember, AC Milan are coming into this game having been hammered 5-2 by Sassuolo. So it was not expected. That result was unexpected because Sassuolo is a mid-table team, or actually it is battling relegation. But you look at that game, AC Milan were outplayed across every inch of the game. So look at that game and you see AC Milan will be motivated, but I also see Inter Milan giving up a very good fight. So what we are predicting is either team will win. So there is no draw in this game. So it's either Inter Milan win or AC Milan win. So, but if you want to be on the safe side, an over 2.5 will do for this game. Because if there's one game that, if there are games that are so hard to predict, they are derbies.
Yeah.
So derbies does not want to know who is on form, who is currently losing. A derby is a derby. That's why you'll see some most of the times Manchester United are always the weaker team facing Man City, but they end up winning. So derbies cannot. The magnitude of a derby cannot be overseen, because derbies really you can't predict. It's very hard. So we are predicting either teams to win. So double chance of 1 or 2, and also over 2.5 is a safe bet.
That's it seems like a very interesting game to look out for.
Actually, to watch.
Yeah.
San Siro. It will be a very interesting game.
And on to our 7th game, we have that of Barcelona versus Sevilla.
So Barcelona versus Sevilla. Barcelona are currently doing so well. They have won the last 6 games in a row. So they are currently on form. Are currently topping the league with 50 points and across all that. And also you see Sevilla is doing so badly because Sevilla is battling relegation. It's unlike Sevilla because Sevilla are champions in Europe. They have won the Europa League for a few years now. And you look at them currently, they are at 21 points. At position 13. So we are giving a straightforward win to Barcelona. Barcelona will win the game easily because Sevilla are currently so low. They are so down. This is not the Sevilla we used to know.
Yeah, clearly. You can also see that from how they have not won an away game to Barcelona since 2002. Those
are so many years. 2002, more than 20 years ago, like since the last time they won at the Nou Camp. So that tells you like the dominance that Barcelona has over Sevilla, especially when they are at home. So for our viewers, Barcelona win.
Yeah, that is almost a definite. On to our 8th game, we have that of Gent versus Genk.
Gent versus Genk. Wow, this is a tough one. Anyway, Genk are currently at the top of the league, at the Belgium league, and they want to extend their lead at the top because if they win, they go 10 points clear at the top. So that tells you something that this game they'll be motivated to win. Remember, Gent has not also been doing so well because they've just won 2 of their last 6 games, drawing 2 also and losing 2. Whereas when you look at Genk have just drawn 1 game out of the last 6. Losing just once and then winning the other 4 games. So that tells you that they are currently on a very good form. They are doing well. So to our viewers, we are predicting the next 2. Like it's a double chance for Genk or a draw for them, and also a GG for both teams to score is also a good bet. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. On to our 9th game, we have PAOK versus Olympiacos.
PAOK versus Olympiacos. I don't know what you have to say about this game because this is one of also another tough game.
Yes, it's a tough game. I can see they are number 4 and number 5 and both have 42 points.
Yeah, both are on 42 points. Actually, it's number 3 and 4. Very tough. This is the Greece Super League is tight as hell. Like these guys are neck to neck. So actually it's from number 1, 2, 3, 4. These guys are neck to neck. And the PAOK and Olympiacos, both are big teams. They have had a good run in the Greece Super League. So actually, the only sure bet about this game is that they have not been more than 3 goals in the last 10 meetings. So under 3.5 is a sure bet for us to our viewers. So the maximum goals that has been scored between them in the last 10 consecutive games is 3. So it's under 3.5. But it is weird for us. But let me say this is the first time I feel so bold to predict a draw. These are next. Wake a draw. Hii game, no one is winning it. So these are draw, probably. And even if someone will win it, to be very close, very tight. So it is a draw, and also to be on the safe side, under 3.5.
Yeah. So this is one of those games when kila mtu ako on edge.
Kila mtu ako on edge. Sisi tumekuachia pia ufanye maamuzi. Lakini kwa upande wetu tumeamua it's a draw and also under 3.5. So from there the ball now is across to our viewers.
Yes.
Let them decide.
Yes. And on to our final game that we'll be analyzing today is that of Feyenoord versus PSV.
This is another top of the table clash between number 1 and number 3. So you look at Feyenoord and also PSV. These are teams that are doing so well. The difference is just 4 points between them. So you see, this is a very tight game. You look at them and you see the only good thing about them is that both teams are scoring and both teams are conceding goals. So our prediction is that Feyenoord will win or a draw. That is 1x. The worst they can do is Feyenoord 1 or draw. That is what I can predict.
Yes, and I can also see that they have an over 2.5 in the last competitive head-to-head.
Yeah, in the last competitive, I think they had 12 consecutive games. So also that could add to our viewers, like an over 2.5 is also a good bet for our viewers. So over 2.5, Feyenoord win or draw. Yeah.
Well, thank you for the analysis. And lovely viewers, we come to the end of today's analysis. But before we need to malizie, any final words?
Just a shout out to all our viewers and those people who have been spreading the gospel of free bets, best of bets. Remember, we analyze for you, we give you the facts, we give you the insights about every game so that it can help you decide on where to stake your money. So remember to follow us, like the pages, subscribe to our channels, do everything. Follow us, manze, and remember to always tell a friend to tell a friend. This is the best of bets. Saraya.
Yes. Thank you very much. And also, just as you said, preach the gospel, but tell everyone, sumbua watu kwa social media, waambie this is the place to be. Hakuna aje kule pesa solo and your friend ako hapo analialia ati ajui ataekelea wapi, and we are here to help you and your friends mkule pamoja, tuomoke sisi wote pamoja. So until next weekend, we will see you again, but please also remember that we do have our midweek reviews. Ryan will be with you every Tuesday and I'll be with you every Thursday. We'll give you the reviews and the updates of what will be happening on the weekend. But until then, I'll see you, and I'm your host, Wanjiku Willie. Bye.
Bye. Save.